This seismic data requires immediate classification. That's the directive stamped across every magnitude 5.6 aftershock report. Reports show coordinated ground uplift that should not be possible. Dr. Elena Vasquez from the European Mediterranean Seismological Center was analysing the latest Afghanistan tremor data when she discovered readings that challenged 150 years of seismic science. She told emergency planners the magnitude 5.6 showed intentional precision, calculated timing, geometric displacement patterns, coordinated network activation. Within hours, Vasquez received instructions to classify her findings under ongoing regional assessment status. The same designation applied to Pakistani monitoring reports, Indian border sensor data, and satellite imaging from European space agencies. But classification cannot hide what is happening beneath the surface. The magnitude 5.6 aftershock, occurring exactly 1 kilometre from September's original epicenter, created 7 additional void chambers beneath populated areas. The underground excavation appears engineered rather than geological. Regional fault networks are exhibiting coordinated behaviour across 3 countries. Afghanistan's aftershocks trigger Pakistani responses within 4 minutes. Pakistani fault activity generates Indian border tremors within 11 minutes. The network communication occurs at speeds that suggest pre-existing pathways. Emergency evacuation routes have been updated for communities that were not in danger zones before September. Nighttime relocations are being conducted under preventive infrastructure maintenance programs. Population movement continues without public explanation. Cross-border monitoring protocols have been elevated to maximum alert status. International seismic coordination meetings are occurring daily instead of monthly. Regional authorities are preparing for something they refuse to discuss publicly. So what coordination system can trigger aftershocks across international borders? What mechanism creates underground chambers with engineering precision? And why are governments concealing seismic data while quietly implementing evacuation protocols for something massive they claim is not happening? For decades, Afghanistan's eastern provinces have experienced major earthquakes with predictable patterns. Initial rupture, lateral displacement, aftershock decay, and gradual stabilization. Scientists have documented this seismic behavior since 1991. The Hindu Kush region sits at a critical tectonic crossroads, where the Indian plate collides with the Eurasian plate. This collision zone creates one of the world's most seismically active regions, with multiple fault systems traversing Afghanistan's territory, the Chaman, Kuna, Herat, Panjshir, and Spin-Kar faults. The official narrative remains unchanged. Afghanistan's aftershock sequence following the September 31st magnitude 6.0 event is simply following normal patterns. Regional authorities insist that the magnitude 5.6 aftershock represents predictable decay patterns consistent with historical data. Pakistani and Indian geological surveys report only routine monitoring protocols. But behind these reassurances, a different narrative has emerged, one stamped classified across 3 countries. Internal memos from USGS, the Pakistani Geological Survey, the European Space Agency, and Indian Seismic Research are all classified. Carry the same directive: restrict public data release, minimize alarm, and refer to standard protocols. By mid-October, seismic data from 3 international monitoring agencies was being classified faster than it could be analysed. Scientists found their research papers delayed indefinitely, pending security review. Standard Afghan earthquake progression should follow a predictable path. Maximum magnitude occurs within 24 hours of the main event, followed by exponential decay. Each subsequent tremor grows weaker until seismic energy dissipates completely. But the September to October 2025 sequence has shattered this predictable pattern. Instead of weakening, aftershocks have grown progressively stronger. Magnitude 4.8, magnitude 5.1, magnitude 5.3, and now magnitude 5.6. A mathematical progression that defies natural decay. More disturbing than the increasing magnitudes is the precise timing between events. The magnitude 5.6 occurred exactly 47 days after the initial magnitude 6.0 event, following a mathematical formula. Ground-penetrating radar deployed after the magnitude 5.6 aftershock revealed what authorities immediately classified: 7 newly formed underground chambers connecting to an existing void network created by previous aftershocks contains chambers that display geometric precision inconsistent with natural cavity formation. Dr. Michael Torres from the USGS explains in a restricted interview, the void networks show geometric progression. Each aftershock adds calculated chamber placement to expand structural weakness beneath populated zones. This is not random geological cavity formation. This is systematic underground engineering. What Torres will not say publicly is what is controlling this precision. Natural earthquakes create random patterns of destruction. The magnitude 5.6 event produced perfectly concentric patterns of ground displacement across a 40-kilometer radius. Mathematical precision impossible without external control. While authorities maintain that aftershock activity is decreasing, classified evacuation protocols are being implemented across the region. Villages in Kunar province, Nangarhar border region, and cross-border settlements have been relocated under various pretexts such as road maintenance, utility infrastructure upgrades, and regional development projects. Examination of official communications reveals specific language guidelines. Avoid terms like evacuation, emergency, seismic hazard, and instead use approved words like improvement, development, enhancement. More concerning is the coordinated response across 3 countries within minutes of the magnitude 5.6 event. At 2:43 am, Kabul seismic stations registered the aftershock. By 2:47 am, just 4 minutes later, Pakistani border monitoring stations detected responses. By 2:54 am, Indian Kashmir monitoring detected energy. By 2:58 am, all 3 countries simultaneously classified the data. This level of cross-border coordination is unprecedented for aftershock sequences that authorities claim are winding down. International coordination meetings have shifted from monthly to daily. Border monitoring protocols have been elevated beyond standard earthquake response to maximum alert status. Dr. Sarah Chen from the International Seismic Research Consortium discovered the mathematical progression that authorities quickly classified. Her analysis reveals a disturbing projection. If the pattern continues, the next event will occur 76 hours after the magnitude 5.6 and register between magnitude 5.9 to 6.1. Each subsequent event will grow stronger still, building towards something with calculated escalation. By November, data classification was occurring faster than analysis itself. Research papers have been delayed indefinitely. Scientific conferences cancelled. International earthquake databases show conspicuous data gaps for the Afghanistan region. Dr. Elena Vasquez received classification orders within hours of discovering mathematical precision in the magnitude 5.6 data. Her findings challenging 150 years of earthquake science disappeared into security review that never ended. When earthquake science becomes a classified security threat, something beyond geology is happening. Emergency supply. Staging has accelerated throughout the region. Field hospitals established at undisclosed locations. Military-grade communication networks activated. Population density in primary risk zones reduced by 68%. Emergency. Evacuation routes were cleared and marked, all for an aftershock sequence that authorities claim is winding down. Logistics planning documents reveal preparation capacity for moving 50,000 people in 72 hours, 200,000 people in 1 week, and 500,000 people in 2 weeks. Trigger protocols indicate Phase 1 activation at magnitude greater than 6.0, Phase 2 for cross-border propagation, and Phase 3 for network-wide activation. Dr. Chen's mathematical model predicts the next aftershock with unprecedented precision, 76 hours and 18 minutes from the magnitude 5.6 event. Magnitude 5.9 to 6.1. Confidence level 97.3%. The ground uplift is expected to reach 35 to 45 centimeters of additional elevation, with 8 to 12 new underground chambers forming. Regional monitoring has intensified to levels typically reserved for anticipated disasters. Seismic stations are reporting every 30 seconds. Satellite imagery is continuously monitoring ground displacement. Cross-border networks are sharing real-time data. Emergency protocols are pre-positioned for immediate activation. When earthquake science becomes classified, when mathematical precision becomes a security threat, when 3 governments coordinate to hide seismic, something beyond natural geology is reshaping the earth beneath our feet. In 76 hours, Afghanistan's aftershock sequence will either confirm the intentional engineering hypothesis or demonstrate that natural geology has developed capabilities that challenge fundamental scientific understanding. What 3 governments are classifying, what mathematical models are predicting, and what 2.7 million people are being quietly evacuated from will soon reveal whether Afghanistan's earthquakes are natural disasters or something far more deliberately engineered. Until those classified findings are released, the true nature of Afghanistan's impossible earthquake sequence remains hidden behind security classifications and government denials. But mathematics does not require security clearance, and 76 hours is approaching whether authorities acknowledge it or not. If you have found this investigation into Afghanistan's classified earthquake sequence revealing, subscribe to Earth Attacks for ongoing updates as this situation develops. We will continue monitoring official responses, mathematical projections, and evacuation protocols to uncover what is really happening beneath the surface. Hit the notification bell to be the first to know when the next predicted event occurs, and share this video to help expose what authorities refuse to acknowledge.